He said his attitude. He said how you live your life. Character. Can I hear from Juliet? Character. The attribute that reveals who you are, your character, what shows who you are. In the Bible, there were 4 James. Bible referred to 4 James. Out of the 4 James, each of them have the uniqueness of their life. But we saw the life of this James, who tried to explain to us how the Christian should live. How the Christian should live. People of God, one of the greatest challenges that we have today in Nigeria is lack of leaders. Lack of what? It's lack of leader. For you to know the kind of leader that we have, a leader that failed, he's not about to come out to say, I fought. He said, I dobale. He said, in the Yoruba. He said, dobale for democracy. That is the kind of leader that we have.
A sick leader.
No, it can happen to anybody. Yeah. Already define yourself. It can happen to anybody. I mean, but Paul is spirit, not a agricultural instrument. That is what makes you a leader. A leader must be truthful. A leader must be what? Truthful. A leader must be somebody that operates on principle. If you want to succeed in life, listen to me this morning. You need to develop your character. You need to develop your life. It is either you are making or you are destroying. It is either you are building or you are pulling down. A leader must be somebody that is sensitive. A leader must be somebody who is responsible. So, questions you need to ask yourself: am I a leader? If you think you are a leader is someone who has followers. A leader is someone who listens. Who do what? Listen. The character of Christ and how to develop them are key to anything we want to be in life. The character of Christ. Number one, if you must develop your character, you need to free yourself from pride. What did I say? Free yourself from where? From pride. Pride is a killer. Pride comes before a fall. How do you know that you are proud? How do you save yourself from being proud? James chapter 4. James chapter 4, verse 6. James 4, verse 6. But he giveth more grace. He giveth more grace. Wherefore he said, God resists the proud. God. Anybody that is proud, God resists that person. And give grace unto the humble. May God make us humble. How do you know that somebody is proud? What are the evidence evidence that somebody is proud. Number one, that person has an independent spirit. Independent what? Independent spirit means independent spirit. I know every other person is bad. I am the only one that is good. Every other person cannot do it. I am the only one that can do it. It has a spirit of independence. Number two, failure to admit mistake. Anybody that is proud will refuse to make a mistake. Is general. You can make mistake. Praise God. You can make mistake. But ability to accept your mistake is proud. Number three, lack of teachable spirit. If you cannot be taught, know that you are proud. The spirit of I know it all. And that has been the problem we have in this country. In fact, that is the problem the church is having also. I know it all. Lack of teachable spirit. Number four, rebellious towards those in authority. Rebellious towards those that are in authority. You just know that the person is proud. If you see these qualities, if you see these things, when you are rebellious to authority, then you are proud. You are rebellious. To be rebellious means to be rude. To be rude. When you get to the church right now, you talk to a child. Small child cannot respect elder. They know that child is proud. Get to somebody, talk to a child. You hit the child hits you back. What's the future of that child? Why? Because it's a spirit that is in that person. So if you are unteachable, it means that you are proud. Number five, when you carry the proud countenance, a proud man, look at the way he walks. Proud. Proud. He does a haircut, he's walking on the street. Character. You are proud. You can't go far. Any proud man cannot go far in life. Number five, number 6. A proud person is self-centered conversation. Self-centered. If not be me talker, any other person will know what. I wait till I talk. Proud person. But if you are humble, if you are a leader, you listen. If you are a leader, you are ready to hear. If you are a leader, you are what people that are proud. Their conversation is self-centered. And finally, on that line, those that are proud, they are intolerant towards the mistake of others. Intolerant. When somebody makes a mistake, they pick it up. That is where they now lay their emphasis, and they forgot that they too can make mistakes. That they make mistakes regularly in their life. How can you build on your character? And finally, on that level, those that are proud, they have a posy life. They are boss. They are organ. Boss. BOSSY. They have bossy life. The attitude is bossy. And we have a lot of Christians like that. We have a lot of tongue-speaking believers like that. We have people like that in the church. All these attributes I've just mentioned now, they are inside their life. And the problem, they make people to point hand to the church and say, is that not a pastor? Is that not a Christian? Is that not this? They forgot that the pride is a disease in their life. Number 2 things to do. Free yourself from anger. Free yourself from anger. Anger destroys love. Free yourself from anger. Free yourself from anger. Anger destroys. Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs 16. Free yourself from anger. I read verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He that is slow to anger is better than who? Is better than the mighty. Is better than the mighty. And he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. Rule your spirit. Control your anger. Please, can you preach to 3 people? Tell them, control your anger. Then look for somebody that you know is very angry, always angry. Go and tell the person, control your anger. Control your anger.
Control your anger.
When you don't control your anger, the Bible says, he that is slow. Come on, I like that. He that is slow to what? To anger is better than who? Mighty. No matter how big you think you are, how strong you think you are, if you can't control your anger, Moses would have made the promised land. Moses would have done what? Made the promised land. He got angry. He got angry. He got angry. And the Lord said to him, Moses, because of your anger, look at the promised land, you will not enter. How do you know someone who have anger in him? Number 1. Temper. All temper. All temper. Number 2, angry reaction. Angry reaction to suppress injury. Angry. To suppress injustice. The way he reacts. The way he reacts. I entered a vehicle today going to Oyarenua Junction. And the vehicle I entered suddenly got to order the brake. He asked everybody to come down. I only asked one simple question. Say we are going to Oyarenua Junction, not bypass. He shouted, Oga, now here, he go hug this motor now, here you want reach. You need to see anger. You need to see people. People. Then I said, pilot. I didn't call him driver. I said, pilot. He said, now here you know. I said, see, Oyarenua just for them. You know far from them. You know far. He entered the vehicle and started that we were going. You need to see salt on his father, on his mother, on his wife. And the man concluded and said, Ogana, because of you, now they receive all this salt now. I was off my car, walk out from us. I said, just bear am. Yeah, the woman who was pouring more salt on her, by the time she came back, she carried Bible. Very politely, Madam, put your Bible for a silent number. He said, why? I said, no, what for? I didn't know what to say because I was ashamed. Put up for a silent number. He said, say why? I said, no, what for? He said, okay, thank you. Was it actually you that want to fail? No, I was ashamed. that he was coming from church, going to church, or whatsoever, and the way he reacted. When we react anyhow to an injustice that is done to us, it shows that we are proud. Number 2 or 3. Number 1 is temperament, hot temperament. Number 2 is angry reaction to supposed injustice. Number 3, express frustration over unchangeable circumstances. There are people who are ready to put their frustration on you. And there are things you cannot change. Express frustration over unchangeable circumstances. And number 4, grumbling. What did I call it? Grumbling, murmuring, complaining, nagging. All part of a life that is full of pride. Grumbling, murmuring. And number 5 here. Extreme sensitivity and touchlessness. Your sensibility of that person goes very far. What you don't think, he thinks it. He goes very far. Very sensible. Very sensible. Have you ever seen dog? Go closer to the dog. And you have been playing with the dog. Try to play with the dog. Touch a particular person in the way he will react to you. He forgets that you are the owner. He forgets that you have been playing together before. He reacts. When we cannot control ourselves, then you have not yet known God. You have not yet done what? Know God. Number 3, finally. Free yourself from bitterness. For what? Bitterness. Bitterness. Bitterness has to do with keeping hatred in your heart. Free yourself from what? Bitterness. How bitter are you? What you think, what you feel, how you live your life. Bitter. A lot of believers are so bitter. And bitterness deny you a way forward. Deny you a way forward. Praise God. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 15. Look it diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God. Look it diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God. Any man fail of the grace of God. Lest any root of bitterness sprung up trouble you. Thereby many be defiled. Bitterness. You may not be fornicating. You may not be lying. You may not be stealing. You may not be making trouble. But if there is bitterness in you, you are not better than all those people. You are not better. If there is bitterness in you, unforgiveness will enter you. How should one live a life? How do you know somebody who has bitterness in him? Number 1, critical talk. Talk. Critical talk. Talk. Critical talk. How do you know somebody that keeps bitterness in his heart? Critical talk. Anyhow talk. Number 2, an inability to trust people. One who has bitterness in him does not trust everyone. Inability to trust anybody. Number 3, frequent illness. Frequent bitterness makes you to sick all the time. Why? Because your heart, the heart of that person who is thinking, who has bitterness in, is pumping times 100 more than man heartbeat. Find out from IT. So when the person blood pressure is high, they find out from him, what are you thinking? See, I know they think anything, but your heart is full of bitterness. Your heart is full of hatred. Number 4. Somebody who has bitterness in him have what is called self-pity. Have what is called what? Self-pity. Oh, my life don't do this. That's why I see my life. Oh, my whole job finished. Self-pity. You pity yourself. A lot of believers have what is called self-pity. They pity themselves. A lot of people who have bitterness, they don't think about how their life can be improved. In fact, they see people as their enemy. They don't see themselves as the enemy of their life. Self-pity. And finally on that level, they have sad, S-A-D, continence. Sad what? What does sad continence mean? Sad look. Sad look. Anybody who has bitterness in him, pride on him, doesn't care what he has taken time to build. He's ready to bring it down. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. So, James was advising us that if we must be a good leader, we must be humble. We must be humble. And some people think that humility or humbleness is foolishness. No. 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 You must be humble. Leadership is influence. Test your life. Leadership has to do with trust. And God is looking for people that will walk tall on the street. Leadership is integrity manifested, character development. How do you want them to see you? How do you want them to look at you? How do you look at yourself? Do you want to become somebody in life? Develop your character. Work on your character. Work on your character. Work on your character. But if you cannot work on it now, your last chance is in your marriage. Is where? Answer me now. If you can't work on it now, you cannot do anything about it. Then, when you get to your marriage, is the last chance for you to repair your mistake. It's the last place. And if you are in a marriage, you cannot repair it. There's nothing you can do about your life again. There is nothing. Because if you come to pass in your life, you will end up regretting your life. Why? Because you refuse to develop your character. Take example of the life of Joshua. Take example of the life of Joshua. Please, I beg you all,